Testing, 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 testing. Oh, dude, I ate a little too early before bed yesterday. Some tummy troubles right now. Do not eat before bed. God. Or I ate something too hot and I burned the inside of my stomach. I hope not, but the fuck? New version of Minecraft. Oh, this is 0.6.1. I've already played this version. Yeah, there's not much this video here. It's just 0.6.1. Portable edition, blah da 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 da. Damn, this guy's late to the party, dude. What else you got here? Is that it? Dorn keebler ain't late to the party. Dorn keebler show up to the show. Now, let's fuck. Oh God. I'm in pain right now. I got poison oak on my leg. Got fucking, burnt tongue, possibly burnt stomach, maybe even a burnt throat. Because I think I maybe eaten something too hot last night that just burned everything on the way down. Fucking. Everything hurts. Inside and out. Fucking kidding me? Die. Okay, let's continue exploring here. We're in need of resources here. Dire need of resources. Dire need of resources. What? Where? Oh, there. Oh, guys. No! Oh, fuck. Oh, I hope nothing fucked up happened here. Guys. Tell you guys, my brother can be a real cornball. But I don't struggle with the same things he struggles with, you know? I don't feel lonely, you know? I'm not above what he's feeling. I just don't know what to say. God, please, no. Oh, no, no. Grab everything quick. Quick! Fucking quick! Grab everything, grab everything, grab everything. I hear an ogre. That is not a good sound. Oh, shit. Never good when you hear an ogre, guys. It will fuck your shit up. I see a pretty good cave over there. No! Damn it, I need ores! What I came down here for! Ow! Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Oh no! I'm not ready. 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 Oh. Dude. Now more than ever, I'm gonna have to stand my ground, because, you know. Recently, a little breeze of publicity is blown my way. I have to be ready for any single one of these fuckers. Because first of all, they're all stupid. So, just kind of need to be ready to hash it out with an idiot. Which, you know, isn't as easy as it sounds. No matter what idiot you're talking to. I need to be firm on my stance. I'm not going back on what I believe in. I think maybe it's a bad idea to make a Discord. Once again, this is not designed for publicity. I may not do that after all. Could just wait till it comes to me. Publicity, anyhow. That's probably the best way to do it. Based on my assumption of how it works. You know? If you want a public face to poke at, you gotta work for it. I'm not just gonna give it to you. I'm not gonna chew your food for you. I'm not gonna do anything for you. Do it all yourself. Just think about it, guys. The only publicity I'm getting is from people who want to attack me. That's probably the truth of this situation. Motherfuckers like me don't get good publicity. Gotta pay attention for the sound of creepers here. See, I don't think I'm such a terrible motherfucker, but these motherfucking Twitter folks, they most certainly will. They will attack as expected. Like dogs. Snarling dogs. Gotta be ready for these mindless motherfuckers. Because they are coming. They are a coming. Okay? Don't know when. Don't know how. I know it's happening. You gotta be ready for any sort of fuck shit that these motherfuckers try to pull. It's coming, guys. Okay? It is a coming. The dorn keebler is ready. You think I'm not ready? You'd be sorely mistaken. These mainstreamers will do anything to try and replicate my vibe. Okay? So that they can break it apart and make fun of it. You know, it's like decoding, like it's like you know, it's like if it's like if somebody got a hold of the source code of Windows here. Okay? That's what they're trying to do here. Okay? But they know they're not as based as I am and they're mad. Okay? Just look at all these mainstreamers failing, trying to replicate my vibe with their own shitty fucking rip-off version of it. They don't have it, guys, and they're trying to take it from me. They're coming for me. Coming for my basedness. Trying to take it for themselves. You know, the dorn keebler is above that nonsense. Let's look at this one tubby ass motherfucker, okay? Gotta be ready to lock in. Okay? Gotta be ready not to back down. Stand firm. Stay true to the dorn keebler here. You know how nasty these freaks can get, you know what I mean? That's what they want, guys. They want me to blow up so they can pick me apart. Or at least try. I mean, I've seen their shitty attempts already in motion, and it's pathetic. It's just a whole load of cringe. That's what it is, really. Mainstream media is terrible at replicating things. But not all of it's the mainstream media. That's what you gotta be out. That's why you gotta keep your eyes out for. There may very well be people there who are just as based as you are. Maybe more. Or people who just come and put a fucking bullet through your head, but either way, you gotta be prepared, because that's the type of people you're dealing with here. Potential monsters. Potential fucking murderers. Bloodthirsty freaks. Potential bloodthirsty freaks, I mean. I've always been a one-man army here. One is a crowd. We all know that. One is a crowd, baby. One is a fucking crowd. I can take on the entire world, okay, by myself with one hand tied behind my back. Okay? I'm a genius. No, diamonds are really hard to find in this version, guys. Just like that video that one guy made was saying. You know? Diamonds are really hard to find in this version. And I've found like none so far. You know. Don't let these motherfuckers convert you into the mainstream media, though. That's what I'm saying. There's a main line of content here. You know? Almost a mainstream lining to some of this content that is released these days by some individuals. You know, I'm generalizing here. You know? It's got that, you know, you get a whiff of mainstream, and you can tell it's these motherfuckers back at it again. You know? Trying to do everything with their pathetic mainstream efforts. You know? To be unique. It's gonna be a rough one, guys. It's gonna be a fight. That's what it's gonna be. I just need to keep my independence. Keep my independence, very much so. Don't let any of these motherfuckers try and help you grow. Or anything. Okay? Because they're all out to get you, and it's best to assume that. Maybe not at first, but they will be. once they disagree with you. It's a pretty solidified opinion right there. You know. But then again, I could just take the typical content creator approach and go mute. That's boring. And to some extent, I'd like to be perceived as if I would engage. The thing about me, guys, the thing about me here, that I really like to think things through. Okay? I'm thinking this through deeply. Okay? I said the N word. Any publicity I get is going to be not great publicity. Okay? And that's just the moral of the story here. I need to be ready for oppressors. You know, I need to be ready for people who are going to try and give me a hard time here. I need to be ready to change the way I think about it, too. You know? I need to feel like I don't need to be ready. So if any time would be the time to try and enact any... Oh, I didn't have to make those. If any time would be the time to enact some sort of harassment towards me, it would be now. Okay? It would be like now. But, you know, the good thing is, I just might be good. Make ourselves a nether core here. We need diamond, 2 glowstone. Get ourselves one of these bad boys. And then let's see if we can get ourselves a little cactus going here. We can never forget that we said the N-word on here. Okay? You want to know what my belief is about that? I'm allowed. Not justified. But allowed. I declare it. Okay. Straight up, I declare it. I am allowed. Just not justified. I don't make that point so I can say it more. Make that point to be logical and not delusional. May have to go back to the nether and get myself some glowstone here. So I'm definitely using these as my torch. It's a nice little addition to the base. I'll never be afraid, guys. Some people would say, what's the point in... Yay! Some people would say, what's the point in having a viewpoint like that? It's just problematic. It's just so, politically incorrect and problematic. But really, it's logically correct. I can do whatever I want. But, I leave the self-control in my hands. My capable hands. It's important to make self-control feel powerful, It's important not to take the accountability away, I can do whatever I want. And I will if I so please. But I don't want to. And that's the only reason why I'm not. On my own accord, I am not. Not on somebody else's accord. That's the only reason it will be okay with me. Because I won't have somebody controlling what I say. That's just not going to work like that. Okay? It doesn't work like that. You don't get to tell me what to say. You don't get to tell me what to do. I decide that for myself. Unless I'm paying you my rent. Or, other little micro circumstances. Nobody will have power over me except for me. Period. The end. Nobody will control what I say, do. I will do whatever I want by my own accord. Okay? Guess one could say, oh, but you just don't because you're just good, right? You just don't say it because you're good, right? No. I just, when I want to, whenever I want to. If I so please, of course, because I'm allowed. But, it's not something I typically want to just say for no reason, okay? More so, at this point I use it to demonstrate the dominance over myself and the control over my own actions. I use it as a message to dictate my lack of social authority. Okay? I use it as representation that I cannot be controlled. which is still not a justified way to do it. But I am allowed. It'll never be justified. That's what you have to accept. You know, there'll never be a good reason. It's spelled that way on purpose, by the way. Literal feces. It's lit. Literal feces. Like, it's lit. You know what I mean? Lit. Okay. Lit. The word lit. Okay. You really gotta stand your ground on this one. Because, you know, when you say things that aren't justified, you get people who do things that aren't justified. You know? You get people who make their own justifications for things. You know? Despite, you know, doing something that isn't justified, like saying the N-word. I know, right? It's crazy. Gotta remember, you know, you gotta keep these controlling motherfuckers in line, you know? You will not control me. I will control me. And there is no rules for me to follow that you have put in place. You understand? You can take your rules and shove them where the sun don't shine. I bow to nobody. Okay? Except for an entity greater than myself that may or may not exist. Okay? But that is an uncertainty. I guess you kind of bow to the guy with the gun to your head, right? If you don't want your life to get taken. If your ego is really that inflated, you'll let yourself die for it. But you know, that's not me. So, I mean, someone with a gun comes up to me, I'm emptying my wallet. My empty wallet with no money in it, I'm taking that out and giving it up. Okay? It's honestly the smartest decision you can make in that circumstance, honestly. I mean, what are you gonna do? Say no? What's that guy gonna do? You're gonna die. Okay? I mean, these criminals, they don't care. You know, they got nothing to lose. You know what I mean? And that's also what they want you to believe. Rarely is it the circumstance that that's what they want you to believe and they actually have no intention of killing anybody. That's very rare. It's best to always assume if somebody has a gun pointed to your head, they intend to kill you. When it's not like I don't know, no. It's pretty much every situation. These are the things I think about when I'm thinking about publicity. A lot of people think about, oh, the money, the fame. I'm thinking about, at what point am I going to have to turn over the contents of my pantaloons to a thug, to a criminal, or like a deranged Twitter user? At what point in time, will I have to fend for my life? Because I'm not just any guy here, okay? Outside of my perspective, of course. I'm not just any guy. I'm a guy who said the N-word publicly. And I don't care who knows it. Dude, diamonds are rare, man. I'm not like finding any. What the heck? The guy who made that video was so right, dude. Diamonds are just so rare, and I haven't found any so far. Thing is, guys, if you're gonna take this route, it's probably best to strengthen your stubbornness. Go all out, okay? If you're gonna take this route, you gotta go all out and accept the truths, which are, you'll never be justified in saying such a word. But, at this point, it's more of a message that you are allowed. Nobody has control over what you say or do. So regulation is obviously important. But, because, they'll say like, oh, so what? You feel like you could just say whatever you want? Like, you know what I mean? Yeah. But, I get to choose when I do that. You know what I mean? Not you. It doesn't matter who you are, what you can do. I'll say whatever I want, whenever I want, because it's my right. I am ungovernable by the average Joe. If it's literally a crime, put me in handcuffs and take me away. Okay? It's gonna be rough going in like this, guys, though. I will tell you here. This is not gonna be a fun ride for me if it does become a ride. Okay. I've chosen hard mode. Okay. I've chosen the difficult route. You know, there may not be any route. But if there is, I've chosen a very difficult one. I have the hiccups. I've chosen one that will not benefit me whatsoever. I've chosen to value my freedom over my profitability, which not a lot of people choose. Not a lot of people choose that. You know, that there is no unspoken rule. I can do what I want, as I please, whenever I want, whenever I decide that is so. Unless I'm doing something illegal, of course. I'm not sure it has been made so yet. So, till the day that I am not entitled a right to free speech, I won't say whatever I want. I will say whatever I want up until that day. Because what else are you gonna say that's as controversial that, you know, presents your right to say anything? You know, there's not very many words that offend people. You know, there's not very many words that question the unspoken rule here. You know, there's not very many words that question the authority over individuals over yourself. This word is a word that does that. Okay? That's also kind of the point here, you know. The only word that challenges other people's authority over what I get to say is that one. Okay, so I'm pretty geared up now. I have ample cobblestone. I lost my map. Yes, I need to make a compass. These fuckers can't tell me what to do, guys. I'm all in favor of a new word that challenges people's verbal authority over me, that challenges what people say I am allowed to say. Until then, we know which word declares that truth. And it's not a very pretty word. It's a pretty ugly one. Damn, I was right over here last time. That's interesting. Although that's kind of cool, and I almost want to harvest the glowstone because that'll spare me a trip to the nether. Fuck it. I like it right there. So what we really need to find now is a wolf, which is why I should have brought my bones. So now we're going back. Are those hyenas? I don't want nothing to do with these right now. Honestly, seriously bothers me that my arm is upside down right now, but we're just gonna pretend like it's not. Because, it may not look like it from this angle, but then, you know. You see, it doesn't show at all in F5 mode. I found that to be kind of strange. Because if I'm with someone, guys, I don't like you to feel like you can tell me what I can say and can't say. And if I feel like you can do that, you know, I'll make it clear that I do not agree with that. You know? Oh, you'll be able to tell that you can't do that with me. You know? You'll be able to tell that you do not get to dictate the words that come out of my mouth. Obviously, you know. Someone doesn't feel comfortable with me saying it around them. That's kind of a different story in a conversation we can have. But that's not really how it works over the media. You know. I desire not to have an audience that thinks that way. That's kind of why I don't really want to have an audience, you know? That's why every time I even notice if I gain a little bit of traction, eventually there comes a point where I say it. Watch them all go. Because I don't want a politically correct audience. That sounds like shit, honestly. Sounds like a miserable experience. Oh no. Oh no! I'm fucked. Come at me. Idiots. Idiots. Yeah, hey buddy, check this out. You're dead. Got some shark teeth. Which can be used for chain armor. Epic. Got a shark egg. Which can be used to have my own little shark friend. Wicked. Make a little base over here. I may not have the resources necessary. Maybe I do. Something like a little bit like this here. Shit. Boom. Right here. Because you know me, guys. I don't like the blue hair motherfuckers. You know what I mean? That's kind of what genre of individual I am. That's never ever gonna change. Because in my opinion, right? I don't believe anybody should be able to govern the things that I say, even if they are not good things. But if we're talking about organizing a hate group against something, that's kind of a different story. That is a different story. Ooh, I'm still getting replies. So fun. We're waiting for day. And I could tell you what I believe, guys. You can go and find that. It exists. Okay? On Instagram. Literal feces with 2 T's. We'll say, though, you know, if you don't want to get controversial, it's not in your best interest. But, you know, if you're okay with a little controversy with your steak and fries, okay, by all means. Depends on if you want the full flavor of the dorn, keebler. Some people aren't ready for that yet. The shark egg here. Okay. Waiting for the moon. The moon. The moon to fall beneath the horizon. Yeah, you can open doors by just punching them. It's coming, guys. The moon is coming. Through this little square right about here. And on the other side, where is it? Makes me wonder how the skybox works. Like in between the sun and the moon, is there the gradient colors that make up the dusk and dawn? Or is that like a different effect that's layered in such a way? Makes me curious. I wonder if the moon is supposed to look 3D. Do you think it's supposed to look 3D like that? Like, I've always envisioned it as just flat, right? And there's just a darker gray L shape right there. But maybe it's that it's supposed to be like 3D and that's supposed to be like the back of it. So it's like you're looking at a cube. Like, how am I supposed to look at that? What am I supposed to see? Because, it doesn't look 3D to me. It looks like a flat thing. I like that it looks like that because, it's not just a copy of the actual moon in the sky. Okay? I hate all these games that just decide, like, oh, it's Earth. It's just Earth. It's been Earth all along. It's just Earth in a universe that isn't the universe that we live in. You and your family. It's just fucking annoying. Why can't something just not be Earth? You know what I mean? Anyways, let's continue. I'm looking for a spruce forest. Here. 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 We are looking for spruce forest. And also... That's not a shark. Okay. We're looking for wolves. That's why we're looking for spruce forest. Need to find a spruce forest, wolves. We need to feed the wolf meat so that it will poo. And then we need to take its dung, make some tanned leather, and then we can make other fun things. Do I don't know which way I want to go, the cool way or the lame way. Or the cool way or the lame way. There's no indication of which is which. This way has cool areas over here. Oh god, what the fuck is that? Get away from me, you freak. Oh my god, what the hell? Get away from me. Stop it. God. The hell was that? Fish are crazy, man. They'll mess you up, man. Fish are not nice in the spot. You know what? I'm hereby making a new word that expresses my dominance over my speech. We're going to call it intignity. Okay? Intignity. Because that's not already a word. There's no way that could possibly already be a word. My intignity. My ungoverned dominance over my speech. Boom. Not everybody knows what that means, unfortunately. I may have to explain it. Yeah, I'm just talking about my intignity. You wouldn't understand. Because I came up with the word myself. Oh, intignity? Yeah, I invented it. Don't forget about your intignity. Yo! Get over here! Yes! No! Yes! Get over here! Take them all. Now follow me back to my crib. Okay, well, guess what? You don't get to come now. Okay, buddy? You all do get to come. Little do you know, I'm going to enslave you. The hell was that? Careful over there. Okay. No! Your lives are worth less to me than your feces. And that's weirdly true. Slowly make our way back. These fools. They may not teleport. We will have to see. Oh, they teleport. Sweet. Does Diamond have, like, looting on it or something? What is the deal here? Why am I getting, like, bank of wool? Oh, man. This is like a dead wolf disaster right here. Oh, God, please don't, like, all die. Oh, my God. You idiots. You morons. That's how a British person says it. I say moron instead of moron. It's weird. It's weird because it's not like what I say. That's what's weird about it. Oh no. I'm gonna have to defend these poor fools against sharks. Might as well just overfeed them now. Let's see what this guy says. Okay, well, this one's actually kind of in depth. So if I'm gonna have to get home before I respond to this one. They basically say, like, you don't care about kids in the conversation here. You know, just use them as a scapegoat. That isn't true. I'm about to dig into this conversation as to why that is. You know what? No, I'm doing that right now. Okay? I'm here in a conversational mindset, and I'm going to take advantage of that now. I'm telling you guys, I'm not for it. I am not for it at all. You know? It's gross. I'm not for it. There's no way to make it sound okay because it isn't okay. Okay? There's no way to make it sound like a casual thing because it's not a casual thing. It's a monstrous grooming agenda. Okay? It's not just a casual thing. Although I shouldn't be talking about it on here, you know. But, you know, in the grand scheme of things, these things are not going to remain separate forever, you know. Eventually these two things are going to bleed into each other, you know. Instagram is where I have a lot of my more controversial conversations about controversial subjects. You know, here the vision was gameplay, but that we all know it's not going to be that way forever, guys. It's going to bleed through, okay? Whether it's through me or through the chatters that come here to harass, okay? It will happen regardless, okay? Because some of these people, they will realize that, you know, your hope is that you can kind of just do gameplay here. So they're going to come and disrupt that anyways. You know what I mean? It's not gonna be this peaceful forever. Okay? I'm a controversial guy. I don't get peace. Okay? I stick with my guns. Okay, dogs. Get ready. If I could keep it separate, I would. Like, I don't even have publicity yet. We're early in the stages here. But I know the way these patterns unfold. I've been watching it happen for years with other content creators, okay? I know how it works, okay? I've seen the dynamic over and over and over again, okay? I know how it's going to go down, okay? Not everything always fits your vision. I wish we could just keep it gameplay forever, guys. But it's not going to be that way forever. There will be controversial discussions here. It's inevitable. I'll do what I can to prevent that from happening, but there isn't much that can be done, is the problem. You see, can I eat? Eat now, all of you. And shit. I've got to wait for them to shit. Maybe you have to feed them a lot. I don't know. Feed a few more here. Okay, so they should go poo-poo eventually. Let me see here. Let's see. Better than rules how to get done. Fed meat or kibble. However, one should avoid feeding them wolf chops or rotten flesh. Okay, so they should do dung stuff now. Or, whenever they feel like it. You know. I brought you here away from the wilderness. It was to serve me. So I guess now we just wait or something. Maybe feed them some more meat. I don't know if this will exactly speed up the process, but, yeah. Hmm. We can try some cooked meat on one of them. And they're gonna just shit all over my carpet. That's great. That's great. Whatever. Damn it. See, when you when you're moving and you open your inventory, it just automatically moves. Oh, hiccups. Until one of these fucking wolves drops me some fucking dung. I can't make tan to leather. Because, as you can see, let me go ahead and show you the procedure here. You need this to make this right here. Okay. I don't know when they drop it. Maybe one of them needs to be moving. I'll have one of them come with me on a little adventure really quick. Okay. Yep, buddy. We're going on an adventure now. As soon as you just fucking teleport already. God. Idiot. Yeah. We will lose. But then, I'll lose followers, subscribers, numbers will go down. That's okay with me. Yeah. I lose them all the time. Yeah. You gotta have the fight. You know what I mean? You know what? This is pointless. I'm pretty sure they just eventually drop it. It's not like they have a metabolism or anything. Maybe I'm supposed to make the kibble. Foul food. No, you make that with dung. Pet food. Maybe you make it with pet food. Oh, great. Now I need meat. We gotta go kill some pigs. Just like in Grand Theft Auto 5. Try this. How about this, buddy? What, you're not gonna eat it? What is this used for? No pet bowl, so. This is for this one. Great. I'm a powerful person, guys, but there's a lot of powerful people out there. If you go in the nether, I will go in there and I will kill you myself. Okay? So don't you go in the nether, because then you'll be deader than you are now. Okay? So just don't go in there. Thanks. Okay. That's gonna have to be it for today. I got some things to do. Some work. Gotta work to live. Work to eat. So,